with the battle to take it, and we might as well also do Scorched Earth, because if we're so sure they're going to take it, we could completely wreck it, which would also reduce the chance that they will bother taking it. Interesting, I put my army into the ships and destroyed the docks behind them. Guess we can't come back now. But yeah, this is basically just going to absolutely ruin things for everyone. Oh, I'm such a troll, but this is actually quite fun. We can't destroy everything, unfortunately. We can destroy most of it. Very good. And now, the ships simply make their escape. I could...
Hello there everyone, and welcome back to this Petty King's Hot Seat. Let's go ahead and go straight into it, shall we? Maybe I should go ahead and address the pictures or the messages that were sent back and forth in the beginning there. And, well, you can sort of read it out for yourself. Barry Knight was unable to send a message to me as he declares war on me. And so what has happened is that he invaded and he took this place, which wasn't mine, but I had an army laying siege to it. And I think I had an army here as well, which seems to have been killed off. Also, as you can see, my navy has been defeated and pushed back. So he has managed to go ahead and attack here, and he's taken Driftmark, and I'm now at war with Bolton. Also, Lannister goes ahead and declares war on Martell. It seems a little bit too late, though, to make a difference in the war against House Gardner. I'm not entirely sure why Lannister decided to choose to pick a fight with Martell, the biggest faction in the game. I'm not entirely sure. It might be supported by Stark. Well, Stark and Bolton and Lannister, all three sort of have interconnected alliances with each other. Or Lannister is allied with Gardner and Bolton, and Gardner is allied with Lannister and Stark. And if we look at House Bolton is allied with House Stark. So they're all sort of interconnected, although not everyone is allied with each other. So we basically have at this point two sides, is me and Martell versus the three other factions. Not really counting House Gardner, because, well, they've been destroyed more or less. And I'm gonna be able to take quite a few castles in this turn. Anyways, we can see some clouds of worrisome on the horizon with Bolton coming on. I should say there, among the messages, if you have anything you want me to clear out, the thing that I included a bit of House Gardner or Official Devin, his video, just to showcase the fact that I wasn't lying about the fact that it was actually House Gardner who turned Old Town into a pile of rubble. It was just, I guess, Barry Knight did not watch the other hot seaters as regularly as I do. But without further ado, the thing is, we cannot really advance here because he can sort of snipe, come in with his army on ships and snipe. So I'm not going to be advancing this army. Instead, that's going to move down to sort of protect this area. And what we want to do instead is we need to... Oh, can I not build any more ships? Well, they're so expensive. Wait. I thought I could build loads. Okay, so this is a merchant ship. This is a war galley. It will take... That will... I thought I could build warships. Anyways, we're going to try to save most of our navy. Park it down here and then come up. Because Martell, he's like always thinking ahead. So he has already, we've talked a bit about him establishing a foothold on this side to help me against Bolton. So he has already have this army right here, which he is ready to use up here. Hopefully he can kill the faction leader of Bolton's, just to show him a thing or two. And then I'm not entirely sure if Lannister is going to attack me, or if they're just gonna sit there, because if they attack, they sort of stand in the way of Bolton's advance. But I guess they want to be there as a reassurance if Bolton loses. Me and Martell is still military, the two biggest powers. So if we look at military power and we look at living factions, you can see I'm still highest. And then it's Martell, and then we got Lannister coming up, and after that we got Bolton. Bolton now actually has the most territories, but the problem is, of course, that a lot of those territories don't have the population as we do down in the south. As you can see, Martell has the highest population, then it's me, then Lannister, then comes Bolton, even though Bolton has quite a lot more territories than us. And then down here we've got, who's that? That's not, that must be, where's Stark then? There's, yeah, that's Stark. Right, so we've got that covered. Also, I do have my princess, and originally I had a plan to marry her off with House, what's his face? Martell, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and marry her off with, let's see, where is he? Not him, not you. Oris Dondarrion, which is a great general. The thing is though, I might need him on the front, so we might just pick another random guy. Because the problem is, with my line here, so if my character die, I'm not sure who's going to take over. So if she can marry a general, then obviously the line will be secure. And if, because I've seen in some of the comments on official Devin's videos that they think that he should go ahead and murder my faction leader, and in that way put me out of business. But I'm not going to allow that, of course. Right, first off, I think we're gonna have Oris Dondarrion deal with the rebels. Then we're gonna take Longtable. Then we're gonna take Smitherton. Then we're gonna take Tumbleton. I could have taken Plumfield as well. So that would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. But I'm gonna leave Tumbleton for Martell, because I imagine he wants that extra route into Lannister lands, as he undoubtedly will crush Lannister under his foot. So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and see if I can do this without messing up too much. Of course, we have to play the battles, because those are the rules. Otherwise I could have made this easily, but I think it's well that we play them as well. But this might be a very long episode, because I've got 4 sieges to attend to. Not a lot of them are any big though. Large, I should say. Big. Right. Captain Harland is coming in with a load of troops. The enemy, which consists entirely of archers, is retreating back into the center of town. And we're gonna go ahead and smash down the gate. And I'm gonna order all of the reinforcement troops up to the front. The fact that Bolton didn't take any of my towns in the first round is actually quite reassuring, because when I imagine my war against Bolton, I imagine, since he's quite good at the game, very good at the game I should say, that he would have taken, like, you know, it would be kind of a panic moment, like, oh shit, what the crap has happened? Where are all my cities? But that has not happened, which I'm quite thankful for. But he has his armies ready to invade me. We saw the 2 big ones, one stationed in the town and one sort of marching straight towards another one. And let's see, we have his king out there on the islands, but we're gonna not be able to deal with him because, well, his navy is a lot more powerful. The thing which I really fear is his assassins and stuff, because there's a few players who haven't really been bothered with assassins, and there's some that are very good being assassins, and I imagine Bolton is one of them. I know that Martel is very good with assassins, and he's actually urged me to go ahead and recruit assassins, even though I sort of reluctantly didn't really want to. But if Bolton is going to go ahead and use a lot of assassins on me, I better get used to the idea of using assassins. Right, their archers even leave the town square, which is perfect. Oh wait, there's light infantry? The thing is, if I had cavalry here, I could, you know, I have cavalry, but I would like to have more cavalry. If I had more cavalry, I could, you know, win this quite easily by forcing the enemy out of the main deployment zone, and then as soon as I take the gate, they'll move in. We can move up the longbowmen maybe as the first to actually be able to fire into the town square. And then have the... oh, there's our soldiers. Attack! Maybe I can do that already, sort of-ish. No, they have some heavy brigades and stuff. Outlaw heavy infantry and not all of the marchers. We lost quite a few men here. But now, when we're in melee, they cannot fire at us any longer, which is good. The longbowmen are in position, ready to fire. Oh, our archers there. I shouldn't have sent them forwards, but the thing is, the rest of them should really just charge straight in at it. We'll get these guys to come in on the side, help out over here. And then we'll get Oris Dondarian to go there as well. And we'll see about ending these rebels and securing this town. We've got so many sieges and stuff that we'll have to do this episode, so I want to just push through everything. Right, we're moving across. These guys are routed, and this unit can get in and attack there. The heavy infantry is moving to stop them. Let's see about getting Oris around the flanks. These guys are now, I think, in a position just to be able to charge forward like so. The enemy is holding their position right there. Archers are firing. Let's get these archers closer. It's going to be quite a fight here because the infantry right here is quite heavy, and as I recall, these Eastermen March men-at-arms are not that good, which I think is actually sort of trained for House Gardner. Unfortunate for him. He starts off with a lot of territory. The thing though is that a lot of his units are quite bad. These guys are wavering and about to crumble, and so when Oris comes around the mountain, he's going to be able to just charge straight into this. We're going to aim, I think, for the archers maybe? No, maybe it's better to aim for the spearmen. At this point, the enemy has lost half their force, and we've lost 4%. Here comes Oris Dondarian, and he managed to get off a couched lance charge, doing a lot of damage on this side. Let's see if we can go on here fighting these guys for a bit longer before I turn onto the archers. Because what we want to do is we want to break these to the point where we can charge off. And you know what? We'll hold this. And what we'll do is we'll charge these guys through. Hopefully to the point of utter destruction of these men. And then we can turn this tide of men against these, lock them out of the center courtyard, and in that way, once these guys rout, we can claim victory without... look at that, they're all routing now. We're trying to stop them from getting into the courtyard. Glorious General Oris Dondarion. Mighty in battle. They're probably gonna assassinate Oris. Since it is Game on Throne, it would be fitting. He's a very distinguished general that has done a lot for House Durrandon throughout all of this. And the honorless factions would murder him. We have locked them out of the inner courtyard, so we should be able. I mean, they should really rout at this point, possibly. Although, I guess there's no point for them. Oh, here we go. The archers are routing, but they're not dragging with them the other men. They continue. Even though they're seeing that the archers are getting slaughtered around them. There's only 16 of these men left. They're trying to gain access to the inner courtyard, but they're gonna have to go through quite a lot of men to get there. And yeah, it's just gonna be an utter slaughter. 98% of the enemy force is dead. 6% of our force has died. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Boom, there we go. In the battle, 2,000 men against 500, and not very much of a surprise. We managed to destroy them, and so Ashful falls. We will massacre the population because, well, they need to know the. I did not know that I had an like I had a mission like that. Oh, so we got lots of knights. I'm not entirely sure that I need those though, but I guess that will help the protection of the capital. Anyways, we'll turn this force around. We've got the catapult, which can lay siege to this place now, and we can bring in this army. And we can bring in Oris, and we can bring in this guy. These guys will just hold this place. Very nice. We don't need to repair anything because nothing was actually destroyed during that. Oris has lost a bit of chivalry because we took revenge on the town. Right. At the same time, I want to do a few other moves here, which is we want to bring this one up here and lay siege here so we can attack that. And then this army needs to do a complete come about because we're not going to go ahead and attack this. We're going to move up north instead to deal with those. We're going to make some rearrangement of the armies here later on. What we can do is we can actually do this battle now when we got Oris' brother, although he's not at all the same family or name, and he will move here, and we will attack this place, which holds just a few pikemen. The thing is why I'm confident in attacking this and taking this time is I know that in the middle castle there is no catapult anymore, and he doesn't have the men, I think, to actually come here and take on this army. Start deployment. Right, so the wall is broken down somewhere, so we can actually get in, or something of that kind, because the wall, yeah, there it is, there's a hole, so we can go straight in. We're gonna see if he's gonna go ahead and cover that hole though. Oh, there's quite a few holes now when we see it. So we got the longbow archers here, and then the other archers along here. And then our men lined up and ready, and then bail on and start. Right, so he actually goes ahead and he stands up there. Right. Well, that's one way of doing it as well. Not entirely sure if it's a point bringing up the archers. They are pikemen, so it's dangerous for cavalry to go ahead and attack them. But I'm thinking, once my men come in here, they're gonna come back, and so Balin can come up in the back of the enemy and strike them in the back. And here comes my army rushing forth. Someone told them someone were handing out free concert tickets for Taylor Swift. And everyone knows he's the favorite amongst the House Durrandon soldiers. Right, we're going to be able to lock them outside of the courtyard. No one, if I charge really early now, I can get the captain even. And there's like thousands of men. Well, not thousands, but maybe 1,000 men. Let's see. There's 300. Yeah, there's like 1,500 or something like that. Right. Go ahead and charge. Praise to the warrior for strength and the mother for mercy. For battle will ensue. We'll soften them up a bit. Before we send in the general. Oh, they just keep marching straight on. We need a few units to oh, they just march around this. That's an interesting strategy. Disciplined pikemen, they just march around the force, but they're sort of spreading them out at this point, which doesn't really work well for a pike formation. And here comes the general to take care of this little area, hopefully. He charges. There's the captain. He's on his own there against knights, so he will fall. Half the units stuck outside. They're wavering, and they've lost cohesion of their line. There goes the captain. Captain of the guard has been killed. They're down to 100 men, so they've lost about 30%, I think. Well, according to this, they've lost about 50, which is true because they're now down to 79 men. They've lost half the men. We've lost 4% of our force. Well, we cannot stand and just fight it out with this pike wall. I want to push around it or push straight into it. There's too many of us. You'll have to surrender. We probably lost a few men there. but now we're able to strike them from all sides. Line up the general so he can watch as his army defeats what is left of this guard, which he's put in town. 36 men left. Let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. $23. 16. They're still fighting pretty hard though, and we've lost 7%, so since they fight to the very end, and they are pikemen, they actually did quite a number on us. 7% of my force was killed, which totals 150 men lost, which it would translate to an entire unit of the sergeants. So for every man they lost, they killed one. So I guess that's pretty good. I think we've already sacked this. We can't really make a lot of money sacking this place. What will it cost to 1,000? Relation worsened with Stark. The thing is, as I said, these guys. The thing though, they're pikemen. Could deal a lot of damage to this army. But I think he won't risk sending his entire army. He's gonna send it somewhere else or do something else. I think. I hope. Maybe I should say. Maybe this one is the hardest of the fights, so we can have this one now, where we have the lowest amount of troops. So let's go ahead. The Prince of Highguard and the Prince of the Reach. So the Prince is under siege, and unfortunately we're gonna have to go ahead and kill him. I gave him an ultimatum. I gave House Gardner an ultimatum in an earlier episode where I told them to bend the knee or I will destroy them. In very much I was about to say Lannister fashion. In very much our fashion, because Stannis is of course his faction. Well, he's got the same, you know, he's got the stag, so Stannis is what am I mumbling about? Stannis, or the House Baratheon, is the house that takes over after House Durrandon, and I believe there was a marriage to connect the two families, and so that's why we carry the stag the same way as he does. Oh, we managed to take out 2 of his knights, and the prince is moving away. Oh, the prince is bold. He's very bold, moving his men forwards. Maybe we should move forwards our halberdiers. The halberdiers have proven very good in other battles against all types of enemies. Right, maybe it's better to... I was gonna say it's better to fire at the gate, but it seems like they keep opening and closing in it. So, maybe not so much. I think it would be it would save a lot on ammo to hit the gate instead. Are they actually gonna come out here? Because if they do, the bastards are actually gonna leave the safety of town to come out and face us. Oh crap. Hold fire. Get my halberdiers to come up. We want to trap them out here, so hold your fire. I'm gonna attack them with the halberdiers from the front, the general from the side, and in so doing, I'm hoping to destroy them. No, 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 no! Don't go back inside. Let me destroy you. Ah, the sneaky bastard. Can I get through the gate maybe and claim it? Before... Can I get my men through? Yes, I did. We've got the gate open, which means I can get my halberdiers in. These guys are shaken. The gate... They just left the gate open for us. Thank you very much. Get the catapult up here. Thank you very much. We don't actually need to be spread out once we pass the gates. The general will come down here. The halberdiers will march to this place. These two will march to back up the halberdiers. These guys will march here. Archers over here. Catapult. Catapult can stay maybe there. That would be nice. We can maybe fling some fire down upon Manderley. Manderley, I should say. We don't actually reach from that distance. We're gonna move forwards a bit. Oh, did another unit turn up, or am I? No, I think they just moved a bit. These guys, I think they just moved a bit, so it looked like there was another unit coming in from over here. Catapult is ready. Fire it is. If I have to, I'll burn down the city. Get the men in order. Let's see what they're charging at. They're charging down on a pike wall. Well, it's not really a pike wall since it's halberdiers. Their general is moving down. Crap. Turn, men. Get your pikes in order. Ooh, couch charge. It's always better to have your pikes. Oh, general versus general. We cannot miss an opportunity like this. General versus general. The prince. He's surrounded. The prince, bold. He looked really fat, but apparently, I guess he's really bold. Because he's now surrounded by our men. Oh, this unit is down to 83 men. They've lost half their men. How is it going in the center? The enemy is broken in the center. And so we can close in and close in the distance. Oh, look at that. The generals are fighting. It's very Game of Thrones style. The prince. You know, I had a plan originally. Well, sort of to start off, I had the idea that we possibly could let the gardeners keep a bit of territory in exchange for them switching alliance and actually joining us against what I sort of roleplay-ish see as the enemies of the faith. And even though Bolton tries to spread his lies about us being the ones that are in fault, hopefully the some of the stuff I showed has proven that that is not the case, that we are actually fighting a just war. It would be a shame if I lost my general at this point. I can't see him where he is. There he is. Because there's still 28 of these knights, so they outnumber my guys. We need to get some of our men down there really quickly. Get these two. All these. Wait, these two. These two it is. get these two down there to aid and attack the guys from the back. I think, well, the Halberdiers is about to win here anyways, pretty darn quickly. The Halberdiers just cut through this like butter, but there weren't a lot of them left. The archers can hold this square. Right, they're down to 23, so maybe it wasn't that necessary, but we'll drive home victory to make sure that we are victorious. And so the sergeants come up behind. The enemy knights, and as you can see, they've actually moved onto a slight hill. Well, not a hill, but you can see how the ground sort of comes down here, and they were stuck there and then attacked in the back, and you can see how they're constantly being pushed back and they're losing knights rapidly. I want the halberdiers to block in case the enemy retreats. Okay, they are retreating. Enable the pike wall and hold. And then the archers. Oh, there we go. Clear victory. We lost 126 men and we killed all of the enemies. I'm not entirely sure why he moved the prince there and didn't keep the prince where there was loads of troops. And so why he kept the... Maybe he didn't even know that prince was here. I get 1,000. I sort of want money because I needed to build ships rather quickly, but at the same time it's not very nice to go ahead and loot a lot of these places. But if it is total war, then total war it is. And of course we do intend to win this war. Oh, this war galleon thingy it will cost me 3,000, but it might very well be needed. I'm not entirely sure what kind of ships that the Dread King has in his fleet. Thing is, my spies are so terrible, but we want to make sure that we can see what's going on here. These guys don't have a catapult, but they can recruit one. And so we can imagine that they are coming down through here pretty darn soon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some men back and we're gonna station them. Thing is, I think they can strike all the way up to here to Duskendale. So what we want to do is we want to keep our ability to strike the enemy back, and so there's no point in wasting a lot of manpower trying to hold something that we cannot hold. So we're gonna move some of the excess men off the front. We're gonna combine some of the forces back here. And then same here. There's no point in having this one up there, so we're gonna move him back. And this one, they're a bit unhappy here, so we'll keep this one. Plus, I don't think Lannister is bold enough to go ahead and start a two-front war just yet. So the question is now if I want to... Can I build... What kind of ships can I build here? I can build two galleries. Am I going to build two galleries? Or am I going to build two war drums? What does... what's it called? What do you actually have? Sell sales. Ah, okay, so he hired these. Interesting. Question is, we're gonna start running out of money pretty soon. According to this projected total, next turn will go... Projected profit will be 5,000 next turn. According to this. Maybe it's better to have more ships. It will take 3 turns though. Oh, this one will take 5. I don't think we can wait that long, so it's better to get a lot of ships instead of a few maybe. And then she will go and marry him. We still have one battle to go. Men are assembling at the right positions. So Maidenpool can attack at Antlers, and Bolton can go ahead and attack whatever crap there, and so on and so forth. I'm not entirely sure we need a spy over here any longer, because, well, it's an open and shut case more or less. We're not gonna run into any surprises that I need my spies for, so we're probably better off moving them north. Oh, we found a Lannister spy. And I think, did I recruit? I'm not entirely, I don't have any money to recruit any spies or any assassins of that kind. So that's my excuse for not getting into the assassin business. Maybe I want to extend another peace offering to as offer of surrender to Gardner. I'm not sending the guy over here because these guys will be destroyed. But we'll see what happens on this side. They still have this, so they still have a few castles here. But this episode, House Gardner took quite a heavy blow, losing 3 of their settlements. And I gained a lot because I gained 4 settlements. And at quite an easy cost as well. Start deployment. This is going to take a while to get through. Get all the men up front. Oris and the general, archers, longbowmen, and boom. Right, break down the gate. The only thing that's in there is a light cavalry unit. Would I dare? The thing is, at this point, Dory, I'd almost called him Doris. Dondarrion is almost too beautiful to be lost. He's too much of a hero to our faction. Let's see if we can spread these guys out and maybe start shooting at the light cavalry. I think we probably can take quite a lot of... I was gonna say take a lot of casualties, but we inflict a lot of casualties on these light cavalrymen. There's 61 of them, so there's quite a lot of them. But it's light cavalry. Here comes the arrows. No one's really dying though. Not yet, anyways. And can we see 72%? That's good. Oh, are you going to charge out? Boom! There goes the gate. Let's see, where are they going? Are they gonna go into... We're gonna send this general first. And then Norris will come up behind. Are they actually gonna go out and fight with us? Are they gonna go out because they thought they could charge the archers? Hold your fire. Let's make sure that we get Oris. Oh, there goes the captain. Let's see if we can get Oris from a good angle. Okay, they're retreating. We're not gonna get burned going through here, are we? No. It would be nasty if I lost Dondarrion to burning pitch when he survived so much else. I think though he gained most of his golden chevrons through capturing people at that. I think we had one big battle when he was riding around and he was able to hammer and anvil charge a lot of people. And so he killed a lot of the chargers, and then he took a lot of enemies captive as the battle continued. Oh, there we won. We lost one man, an Oris Dundarian. Did you see the number of men we deployed? 1776. Interesting. Anyways. Oh, look at that. It even says at the Battle of Bronze Gate. I actually saw a comment on one of, I think it was Devin's videos. Official Devin, which is House Gardener. Ah, crap. Ah, crap. Did I just wait? I thought I could possibly. I should have sent the oh, I did that wrong. God damn it. God damn it. That's gonna delay me a lot if I lose that bloody catapult. Right. Alright, we're gonna have to move more or less the entire army here. We're gonna have to leave a few men. Just to make sure that the catapults are not destroyed. But since there's a risk of Dundarian dying, and I want to marry him away, we're gonna move Dundarian away from the danger. He's gonna be moved over here. And so, yeah, I kind of failed there. What I should have done is I moved the general out first, laid siege, then brought up the catapult. Then in that way I could have taken this, and yeah. Did they move the catapult over here? Maybe. Interesting. Anyways, I mean, they've got these two places here. Then I'm basically done with House Gardner. And I can pursue the war against Bolton wholeheartedly. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing I need to do, and there's no... I don't want to type out a message, do I? Oh, do I want to? Maybe I can do it. You know what? Maybe it's easier to do it in the Steam group than sending it through the actual game. Although, it is nicer to send it in through the game. But yeah, this time around there's not going to be a message. Although I wish I would have done more messages because I like the roleplay part more than the fighting bit. I think that's interesting, and especially with the storyline and so on. But yeah, there we go. We took 1, 2, 3, 4 cities, 3 of which belong to our enemy, and we hit them quite hard. And so yes, I hope you guys enjoy this, and now it's over to House Gardner, and they can take a look at the devastation I've caused upon their ranks. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.